Right, James, today we are going through a bit of a training coaching session about a 5-point walk around.
Okay.
What do you know about a 5-point walk around?
I mean, not a lot really. A 5-step walk around, obviously you show the customer around the car and kind of helps out a little bit, but not a massive amount. I've never really been shown it.
Why is that?
Well, I think a lot of it is time, having the time to do it.
Okay, interesting. But do you understand the potential can have to do a 5-point walk around to sell the product, not just the Volkswagen, but selling the car as well, actually, and selling you as well?
I mean, to a point. I use the showroom configurator quite a lot.
Okay.
I found that helps.
That's good. On the iPad, yeah?
Yeah, on the iPad, because so we get some distance selling, but don't really tend to do many of the walk around.
So if I go through the key points of a 5-point walk around, okay, to show you the benefits of that, do you think that's going to help you like in the long run?
Yeah, I think if I was to do a better processed 5-step walk around, I think that would absolutely help.
Good. Just for example, like if the customer didn't have a part exchange, where you normally build more rapport about a lifestyle they're driving their car, and note the damage, like for cosmetic and so on, that as an example, just 5-point walk around, you can use that as well. So how would you feel if someone dented your car, brand new Tiguan and so on? Do you think that would do better?
Yeah, I think that would definitely help.
So what I'm going to go through with you is like the main key of like car. Sorry about my awful looking rectangle. There's the wheel there. Yep. There's the wheel there. There's the wheel there. Wheel there. So there's a 5-point walk around. You normally, for me, you go start from the front.
Yep.
All right. Then you go and look at the side of the wing. Okay.
Yep.
Then you open the rear door. Then you go back out, and you go back and look at the rear boot. Then use the lifestyle and just relate to that. It's a bit more report. Okay. And you go back down there. Then go on the side again, look at angles and so aerodynamics and so on. Then you open the door and you sit them in. Yep. All right. So I will go through all those bits and pieces. I want you to show me what you think is a 5-point walk around, what you currently do at the moment, and see what we can do to make you get better on that. How's that sound?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to do that in the next few minutes. Then we'll go through a few things like fabs. Have you heard of fabs before? Like feature, advantage, benefits?
No.
No? Okay, because what most people do nowadays, what I understand is probably say, oh, it's got App Connect, it's got Sat Nav. I'm not explaining why the advantage of it and how it benefits their current lifestyle and all working life, especially if people are using it as a company car. So I'll go through all those bits and pieces. Hopefully it will elevate your sales process and make you a better salesperson. Yep. How's that sound?
Yeah, it sounds good.
So what we do, we'll go around, look around, take around, go through the bits. You show me what you would do.
Yep.
Then we'll come back and sit down, evaluate, and see what you can do to improve on it.
Yep.
Yeah, sounds good.
Right, James, show me how you would do a 5-point walk around.
So what I would do with a 5-step walk around is I would start at the front of the vehicle. Now I would go through a couple of the key sort of parts on this vehicle. So I'd say that this Tiguan looks fantastic for a start. But also this does have the IQ LED headlights.
Very nice.
So it looks fantastic, but you're also going to have that better visibility during poor conditions and at night time for the customer.
Yeah, that's nice.
So then what I'd do is I'd go round. So I'll come round here. So you've seen the IQ LED headlights that look great. I'd also say and show the customer that the vehicle does have parking sensors on the front and also on the rear, which they will see when we get round to that.
Okay, cool.
So just coming around to this side, we'll then open up this door here.
Okay, fantastic.
Just to show you the internal space of the vehicle. Now, I'm not the tallest of chaps, as you'll see.
I'll kill for your height, James. I'll kill for your height.
What I will do is get in this vehicle, and I've still got plenty of leg room. Now, I mean, realistically, it's got a good amount of headroom here, but plenty of leg room and leg space. I could quite comfortably sit in here.
Fantastic.
One thing that I always do say to people as well with the Tiguan, they do have sliding seats, so I will just show you that there. So, little bar under the seat. Yeah. Move this forward.
Oh, fantastic.
Move it back. Now what that will do is that will show you the boot space. You can get a little bit more in the boot just by sliding it forwards.
Right.
I'm just going to close that one up now. So coming around to the back of the car, as I mentioned previously, you have got the parking sensors in the rear of the vehicle as well. So you've got front and rear parking sensors. This one does have the automatic tailgate.
Fantastic.
It does have a rear camera as well. Obviously boot space, huge.
Massive space, right?
What more could you want?
Yeah.
Ultimately, it's great boot space, fit everything in there, and it would suit most families.
Good. That's good.
Close that one down.
You could use so much about boot space to relate their current lifestyle, or whether they did football over the weekend, or kids and so on. So that's good.
It's a good point. I haven't even thought of it, to be honest.
That's cool.
So just coming around to the front of the car as well. So what I'll do at this point, get the customer sat in, get them sat in here, so I'll be in here like this.
Yeah.
So
you would be the customer,
I would be the customer here.
Fantastic.
So what I would do if I was sat out there, I would get the customer to sit in their general driving position and show them that you can move the steering wheel, so you can move it towards you, you can move it down, find that perfect driving position that's the most comfortable for yourself. You can adjust all your seat height here. And just get it so that they're in a nice position, because if they're in a nice position, the way that I look at it, if you're in a nice position and you feel comfortable, you're a little bit closer to buying that car.
Yeah, it feels like they own the vehicle, car. Right?
Yeah,
good, fantastic.
You're 9 out of 10 steps.
Good.
A little bit closer.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've talked through a couple of features and benefits of the car.
Yeah.
Adaptive cruise control.
Yeah.
All of our vehicles have that. Auto lights as well.
Oh, fantastic.
Being the LED lights.
Good, nice little features, right?
Just show them the screen.
Yeah.
But other than that, that's really it, really.
Fantastic, cool, brilliant. Then you sit the customer back down, and just go through a few more bits.
And just make sure, one, it's the right car.
Yeah.
But also to sort of find if there's anything that we've missed at this point. And try and build a little bit more rapport, because it just gets you that little bit closer to a sale.
I love it.
Thank you for showing me around that. I thought that was pretty damn good, considering no one showed you it before. Well, what I've learned from that and from like previous experience, like new sales execs, is there's a lot of feature dumping. Okay. Do you know when I mentioned about the FABs, so feature find benefits and so on? Just for an example, like you mentioned about the IQ lights. What are that's a feature. Yeah. So IQ lights, and what is the advantage?
I mean, the advantage, I guess, would be that, you know, better visibility in poor weather conditions, and late at night as well. If you're driving around a very tight country lane, if you can see everything, you know you're safer.
Perfect.
People love a safety feature.
That's good.
Especially if it's for someone's children. Like,
so, well, you pretty much do that. You should do that when you do a 5-1 walk around, which that was fantastic. In my respect and understanding in terms of showing customers, you mentioned a feature like you. Okay. The advantages is high visibility, and the benefit is the safety aspect of it, with tight roads and so on, which is awesome. Okay. So I'll give you another one. You mentioned App Connect briefly, right towards the end of your 5-1 walk around. What do you tell me more? Tell me why. Okay, that's a feature. But tell me more if I have an Android phone like you have, or an Apple phone like what I have. In terms of, just tell me something else, an advantage and a benefit.
I mean, an advantage of it is you never really have to touch your phone again, I guess, because you can either plug it in or do it via Bluetooth. It will bring up your whole screen, so you have your Apple Maps or Waze or Google Maps, whichever your preference is, whichever you pop in there, and you have a sat nav built in. You get live traffic updates. It will give you all the information. It means you're not sat on the A34 for an hour in traffic you don't need to.
The A34 was horrendous, isn't it? We experienced that. So you're right. So as a benefit, an advantage of it, it'll give you live traffic updates. That's an example of Google Maps or Apple Maps. The benefit of it, you can avoid traffic and get to work on time, get to see your friends and family on time and so on, which is awesome.
And not only that as well, like I mean, my experience using it, if someone's buying a car for their children or their kids are having a first car or a second car, they want their kid to be safe. They don't want them touching their phone. With an old car, you know, they might connect their Bluetooth, they'll go to change their song on their media. But then they're looking down at their phone, they're not looking at the road. CarPlay's got everything, it's got Spotify, it's got everything in one place. So I guess it's a safety feature as well.
It's a great safety feature, well said, in terms of not going, just touching your screen all the time, which is not ideal. It also got that voice command button on the steering wheel, right? You could use that, think that in terms of voice control. Voice control these days is so much better. You can link it to the customer, the advantage of it, you can speak to it without looking left and get distracted, not focusing on the road ahead of you. The benefit of that is it's just seamless, and again another safety aspect of what you just mentioned there, which is fantastic. I thought you did a good job all around. Just spend more time talking about the lines, curvatures of the car, the aerodynamics. That seems to be quite a big thing now with MPG, whereas either people are switching to hybrids to IDs. If people still want a combustion engine, I was trying to sell the benefit of that in terms of miles per gallon. because everyone's feeling the pinch nowadays. Yeah. So overall, that's really, really good. In terms of what do you think in the long run, will you incorporate this more? Not just feature dumping, like telling the advantages and benefits to the customers.
Yeah.
What do you think in terms of the long run?
No, definitely. Like, if it's ultimately, it's going to get more rapport building with customers.
Yeah, love that.
Which, you know, you build more rapport with customers, they see that you're trying to help them out. Yeah. It's going to lead to more sales.
Trust as well, isn't it? It leads to referrals and so on.
Exactly.
Which and for a person who's new to the business, I think in the next 2, 3, 4 years' time, I think customers, I want to speak to James, you told me my last Tiguan or my last ID and so on, which is what you want to hear is just seamless repeat business. It's not just good for the business, it's good for you. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's very much like, again, I don't want to blow anyone's trumpet, but we get people come in here asking for certain people because they've looked after them before. Yeah. One of your customers came in the other day, you sat with me, helped me out with it, and we've got him his new car.
No, it was good. It was good. Did you learn? And did you learn from it in terms of going report? We're a bit different people in terms of going report, but it seemed to work my way, and hopefully it seemed to work your way. So that's really, really good. Is there any other things that you want to mention about what you learned?
Not massively. I mean, the walk around process I think is now going to be a much smoother, easier process for me. Yeah. It's definitely because I guess before it was feature dumping to a point because I was just saying
just jargon, right? It just throw people off like, what does that mean? Especially the older generation, right?
Yeah, and I think now after this, what it's given me is yes, it's good to name off the features, but tailor it to the customer. Oh. And I think that if I can just turn things around, tailor it to the customer a little bit more, and make it real and relative to the customer, I think that will definitely help with a higher performance in the sales cycle.
Fantastic. It's pretty much what Volkswagen were like in their proper report, but it is like as a motto in German. It's like found people's car, right? It's for everyone, all walks of life. It's just people think about Volkswagen, but fantastic. Really appreciate the time, James. That's it. Well, that's all we need.
Perfect.
Appreciate that. Thanks for the time. Take care.